I'm going to get some hot wings, and I'm going to watch No Hard Feelings. That sounds like a good plan.
That's a great idea. I actually really, really like that. Okay, so you watch No Hard Feelings.
With Jennifer Lawrence. Go figure.
Love
She's
it.
on the two things that I watch. My own crossover, even. I enjoyed the crud out of that. It was so much fun to watch what they were doing in that movie, which I don't know if anyone knows the premise or has seen it.
Give a recap, because I do remember the promotion for it, but a lot of people obviously missed it.
Some parents need to grow their kid up before he goes to college, so they hire Jennifer Lawrence to do it, to baby bird him out of the nest, as it were, in much more graphic language than I just used. And also, they were not necessarily going for the age factor that Jennifer Lawrence is bringing to the equation, but she does bring a maturity and an understanding of the situation and circumstance.
Yeah, there's a very funny scene, which for some reason I saw this scene where she's being interviewed by the parents, which is Matthew Broderick and
Laura Benanti is the actress.
Laura Benanti. Thank you. They're looking at her and they're like, because, their son has got to be like 18 or whatever. He's going off to college. And they're looking at Jennifer Lawrence, who is obviously like
in her 30s.
Yeah. And they're like, how old are you? And it's like the cascade of like, she keeps going up.
Are you 18? Yes.
A little bit.
21?
Yeah.
Just had my 21st birthday win. A couple years ago, win. 3 years ago. So you're 24? 25.
Yeah. It's like, and doop, 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 doop.
The adult raunchy comedy is back.
I love that.
And those are usually, if done well, very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's R-rated just because of the subject matter, but...
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And also because J-Law bears it all.
What?
She is fully out there, but in the least, sexy kind of way. For a movie about trying to, get over the hump and, have...
Get over the hump, no pun intended?
Full pun intended, thank you. That when you get to see Jennifer in all of her natural beauty, you are threatened by it. That is fine by me. It was a great moment in the movie. I'm like, listen, there's a lot of people who regret not actually getting it all on film at some point in their life, and they look back and they go, well, not now. This is not that moment. She looked great. She looked amazing.
Okay,
she
good.
looked like in her 30s the way you'd want to look when you look back and you go, yeah, I was running on a beach. That's what you're supposed to look like running on a beach. Frickin' Baywatch.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, and I love a comedy versus just trying to be sexy. So the idea that it's like a sexy, funny moment is great.
So that's what she was nominated for a Golden Globe in comedy this year? I mean,
she
Arts
knocked
Intelligence
it out of the park.
performance is amazing. And I love when she looked at the camera if I don't win, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
and it's
that was a funny moment.
That's a good bit. And it was like, no, you're not. But also that you were nominated, it was totally amazing.
It's like I couldn't name a Goldie Hawn co-star from her heyday of Saving Private Benjamin and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. She's the lead in those movies.
Yeah.
J-Law was the lead in this.
Yeah.
And that isn't usually done, where you get a female lead and she's going to have all the jokes. Okay. Let's watch more of this, please. So,
right.
Fully recommend watching No Hard Feelings. I don't want to go to the next thing yet. I just want to read off some of the cast that's in this.
Okay.
It was surprising how much there was to watch, but just Matthew Broderick alone, referencing back to Ferris Bueller's stuff, he didn't explicitly say Ferris Bueller's, but the giant floor-to-ceiling windows that look out on a green landscape, it's his backyard. It's not the house from Ferris Bueller's.
Yeah.
He's got a bit where it's that same conversation where he's like, well, before I went to college, I knew how to drive, and I went to museum. He doesn't say, I went to museums, but I went out with girls, and I did stuff. And you're like, that is the plot of Ferris Bueller. We love this. And her best friend is played by Natalie Morales, and her husband, who's played by Scott MacArthur. They're fantastic. I've already enjoyed him in a bunch of stuff, and her in a bunch of other things. But generally, the friend side couple, they bring more jokes.
Yeah, go back in the ocean. It's so cool. Go back.
Okay.
What's that from?
It's from this movie. There's a point where
you've seen this?
Yes, I have, Catherine.
Wait,
It's from
you
this
didn't.
movie.
How, John? You're so secretive.
Ed is telling us about it. I don't need to tell you about it.
But
He's quoting it. I mean,
I know, but quoting out of left field, you're like, are you quoting
That's
this?
John's move.
John,
All right.
John, you're so infuriating. You never chime in.
Yeah, why didn't you review this before?
This is too much pressure. I'm getting all sweaty like on Hot Ones.
Look, Liz and I constantly are watching the same thing. So, just let us know if you're already watching it or have already watched it. Also watching it.
Sure, will do. Ed, what were you saying?
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, there's a great cast. Definitely go check this movie out. It's a lot of fun, and I am going to move on.
But wait, I
Oh, wait,
do
you have
want to.
stuff that you
I
guys
do
wanna
want to
say?
see the
Go
movie
for it.
that you mentioned, The Saving Private Benjamin.
Yeah, that's a new one.
That's the perfect.
I love
blend.
that.
It's like
Goldie Hawn is stuck in World War II somehow.
Yeah.
She's got to get saved.
I mean, that sounds like a perfect
She makes-
movie.
it sounded so right that I was like, "What? Wait, is that blending of Private Benjamin and Saving Private Ryan?" Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Yes, it was. And
Got it.
a
But
great
you
idea.
Didn't question me. I said it with such conviction.
No,
I
just, it moved
legit
on.
at first was like, "Yes."
Yes,
And then John gave me a look. I was like, "Wait, maybe."
I
not.
was distracted trying to think of Overboard, so I was not even really paying attention.
One
I'm
of
like,
the
yeah, Goldie
best.
Hawn movies. How about Overboard? And then I didn't even catch that you.
I honestly came to the podcast knowing I wanted to reference this, and it took me all the way until now to go, right, American Pie is the one where somebody makes a pact to lose their virginity before they go
Right.
to college. In this movie, it just happens to be this kid's parents make a
yeah,
pact.
which is funny.
That's not
not the same.
You usually, having a teenage son, you usually do not want to be involved with that to a certain degree.
I do understand this parenting situation of like, but they don't want him to go off too sheltered. But I'm not sure this is the best fix.
Also, if you have a car that you're not using anymore, I think this is a great way to get rid of it.
Yeah. This is a good utilization of like, oh, it's a good trade for services for, yeah, that makes sense. This is a good deal.
Is that what the parents are paying her with? The car? Oh my God, hysterical. Wait, did you say where it is playing?
I didn't. It's playing on Netflix right now.
Okie dokie.
All right.
I really want to watch it now.
Like
Oh my
tonight.
God. I'm not going to have hot wings though. I refuse.
Oh, I'm going to do both.
Oh, hot wings and
Yes.
this movie. Love it.